Good morning, this is Richard Young from Pipeliner Sales. Today's video is going to be about opportunity scoring and the business benefits that it brings. I'm going to show you how to create it from scratch, so everything you need to know about that is going to be in this video. Okay, so why are we doing opportunity scoring? Well, it's tremendous business benefit for you to turn around and start doing this. It allows you to target your opportunities and concentrate on the ones which you have the best chance of winning. Now, you can decide what the scoring is. It will ultimately help you to improve your win ratios, forecasting, etc., and helps you as a sales manager to coach people on particular opportunities as well. So what should we consider? Well, if you've built up your buyer personas, then you'll be able to take the attributes within that and create a simple Excel spreadsheet to be able to give you a metrics that you can turn around and put the scoring into. So it could be things like company size, it could be things like industry, etc. There's a whole bunch of things you can turn around and use for that buyer persona and therefore the attributes to create your opportunity score. So a classic one is going to be company size. Whether you want to do that by revenue, employees, or market share, for ourselves it would be number of employees. You might turn around and also look at industry, so we're particularly successful in technology, manufacturing, and financial services. And in actual fact, here's a power tip for you as well. If you're in Pipeliner CRM, go to the Archive tab, and then you can then slice and dice that data within the Archive tab by the profile, and that will enable you to see where you have been historically most successful. And you can then start to pull out what the attributes are of your most successful sales, so the ones you're closing. And equally, you can look at that and say, which are the ones which are most likely to drop out at an early stage or are least likely to win. So that's a great way of looking at that and bringing out this information that you need. You could also look at business goals. So, for example, does the organization you're trying to sell to have a clear idea about what they're wanting to achieve? If they don't have a clear idea, then it's going to be fairly difficult to create value and turn around and say, well, this is how it's going to work, and produce a solution and insights, etc. So I'm commonly asked for a CRM system, which really doesn't mean very much. What's the business goal? What are you trying to achieve? So if it's to increase your profitability, help your sales process to be standardized, educate your salespeople so that you can turn around and have more accurate forecast, visibility, etc. Those are business goals. CRM by itself isn't a business goal. Readiness, so you might turn around and say, okay, what's the readiness? Are the right people feeling the pain? So if the right people are, then it's going to be prioritized correctly. And it also helps to stop that whole status quo, I'm going to do nothing. Compelling event. This actually for me is one of the critical factors. There isn't always a compelling event, but if there is, it means the customer has their own driving date, their own agenda they've got to run to make sure this solution happens. So that's a brilliant way of looking at it. So if you're taking it from that perspective, then having a compelling event means that something will happen. They're not going to just decide to do nothing. So that's brilliant. Professional approach. Now, I've implemented thousands of CRM systems, helped introduce it into the UK. So for me, I like to understand this. It doesn't necessarily make too much difference to whether I'm going to get the deal or not, but it does make a difference to whether the CRM implementation is going to be successful. Now, this doesn't mean to say that they have to take professional services from myself, but they have to approach it in a professional manner. So CRM is a lot about change. So the people need to be on board. You need somebody from your side who's going to turn around and be a project manager effectively. You need to train people so they understand what they're supposed to be doing, how they're supposed to be doing it, and that needs to be related back to the business steps, etc. So professional approach for me, critical. Decision maker. Now, we all know that if you don't speak to the decision maker, it's going to be a much harder sell. Typically, if you're dealing with influencers only, they're not going to sell to the decision maker as hard as you would. So it's important to be able to talk to the decision maker. So that goes into our metrics. So literally what I've done is I've taken these quick attributes that I've just made up I've put them into an Excel spreadsheet. So I've got attribute on the left and I've got the score on the right hand side. So you can see, for example, if they have a compelling event, yes, and it's under 3 months, then it's a score of 20. If it's within the next 6, 10, over 6 months, 5. If there is no compelling event at all, they get a score of 0. I could actually do -10 if I want to do something like that. What I like to do is make sure that the total scores are going to add up to 100. So then effectively what you're looking at is a percentage. You could turn around and add weighting to each of these different ones as well if you wanted to, but I've effectively done that by giving a compelling event a higher score, etc. Same with business goals, those sort of bits and pieces. Right, okay, so now I'm going to dive into Pipeliner. I'm going to create these fields, I'm going to put them on the screen and show you how it works. Right, so we're in Pipeliner. So I need to turn around and go to the admin section. So username, administration. Okay, from here, custom fields and forms, and I'm going to go down to opportunity. So I'm in my opportunity area. I need to create fields. Create. So I could create the industry field, for example. And it's going to be a drop down. Create. Now obviously I'm just doing a few here, but it gives you the idea. So technology, score of 10. Manufacturing, score of 10. Financial services, score of 10. Let's think of one which we're not as successful in, tourism. Let's just give that one a 5. And let's turn around and say social care, 5. Click on save, and the field's created. Okay, now I need to add in the opportunity score. Opportunity score. And this is going to be a number. So here you can see I need to tick, make this a calculated field. And we've got add field and add function. So if we wanted to, we could have some logic here if we needed to. This is actually going to be really simple. I'm going to deliberately keep it simple, but it shows you the power of this. I can also turn around and say add field. Here's my list of fields. In actual fact though, what I'm going to do is just click into here, press hash, and my fields start to come up, and I will turn around and go industry, plus hash, compelling event, plus hash, business goals. And you can see how easy this is to turn around and generate a formula. It's just simple maths. Right, that's done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and put these on screen. So scroll down. Here's my opportunity form. The calculated fields do work on the mobile device as well. Edit. Right, I want a section now. So I'm going to go group title, click and drag, edit. Opportunity score. Save. Drag and drop. The fields are going to go. And give myself a little bit more space. Business goals. Professional approach. Have the opportunity score at the top. Company size. Compelling event. Readiness. Industry. Decision maker. Let's even this out slightly. Drag and drop. Save. Publish. Okay, so that's ready to go. That will automatically go down to all of my salespeople as soon as they synchronize. Hopefully they've got it set to auto sync. Okay, so I'm on my pipeline now. Let me just turn around and double click on one of these deals. And here you can see we've got opportunity score. So let's turn around and fill some of these in. So here, I've just rapidly filled out this field. You can see the score automatically being calculated as I updated the information. And this now gives me an opportunity score of 90. Fantastic. Let's turn around and say there's no compelling event. Wow, dropped to 70 already. No decision maker, 50. I'm very average now. Okay. So you can see the opportunity score becomes incredibly useful for being able to say which opportunities should I target, what should I run after the hardest and the most, and make sure that I do close. So that's as simple as it is. That's straightforward. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. You can get a 30-day evaluation of Pipeliner from the website, which is www.pipelinersales.com. And it's a great way to help manage your sales team. So if you want to contact myself, my name is Richard Young. My email address is richard.young@pipelinersales.com. Twitter is @Richard_Y. If you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer them. Thank you for watching this.